Welcome to the Simon Vadelma Podcast, where we discuss fine line tattoos, art, and tattoo-related topics for everyone. Welcome. My name is Simon Vadelma, and I am a tattoo artist and co-owner of Vadelma Tattoo in Amsterdam. In today's episode, we are going to talk about how you can prepare for a tattoo session in our studio. What are the best things you can do before the session, what you should avoid, and why listening to an engaging audiobook can help a lot. Please remember, the information shared in this episode is based on my personal experience, and it is not intended as a medical advice. If you have any concerns or specific condition, it is always wise to ask your doctor before the tattoo session. To support, please visit our website with art prints, www.vadelmaprints.com, where you can find Natalie's original artwork, museum quality, in one size only, by design, like in the real paintings. As the old saying goes, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. It is so true. And in fact, that simple principle can be applied to nearly all aspects in our lives. And it's pretty easy to be well prepared for a tattoo session, especially if you've done a good job beforehand and chosen a professional tattoo studio. That's more than half of the success. It is also part of the reason why, as we discussed in the previous episode, we work by appointments only at Vadelma. The time we spend with you writing and discussing the project beforehand is probably the most important preparation of all. Now, let me share with you some tips that always work to make your next tattoo session as pleasant as possible. I will split them into the three categories: what you should do few days before the session, a day before a session, and on the session's day. Let's go! First thing, stay properly hydrated if you are not doing that on a daily basis already. Drink enough water to help throughout the tattooing process and also with healing. Drinking water helps to hydrate our body and to keep the optimal moisture levels in our skin and body. As adequate hydration supports the skin's health, supports elasticity, and also prevent dryness. On the other hand, please avoid things that dehydrate your body. That's why it is not recommended to drink alcohol for 3 days before the session and also 2-3 days after the session. A lot of people ask about coffee, and based on my experience, it is perfectly fine to drink coffee even on the morning before the session. Maybe don't go extreme, but 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day shouldn't negatively impact the tattooing process. Please also moisturize the placement where you would like to get the tattoo more often. If you have an evening skincare routine, maybe add a morning one only for the tattoo placement. However, please don't apply any creams or lotion on the placement where you would like to get the tattoo on the session's day. When you come to the studio, you want to have clean skin without any additional ingredients. The same applies with the sunscreen. It is also important to keep that placement out of the sun. Maybe a bit sun is fine, but please try avoid any sunburns. I know that in the Netherlands the problem with sun is rather caused by lack of it, but people from all over the world are coming here to visit, and some of them are coming also from very warm and sunny placement. So please keep that in mind if you are coming from LA or Sydney. As much as possible, take it easy the day before. Try to not rush anything, and please don't worry too much about the tattoo session. We usually tend to worry about things that never actually happen, so trust the process and everything will be fine. I would also not recommend to do any intense exercises the day before the session. You want to keep your body relaxed. However, some light yoga or walking in the park is perfectly fine. As for the people living in the Netherlands, please don't count cycling as an exercise. If you can, try to go to bed earlier and aim for at least 8 hours of sleep. After a good night's sleep, you will feel certainly relaxed and ready for a tattoo. Then take a shower, eat balanced breakfast, something you enjoy, and something that will fuel you with energy for the rest of the day. Also, take your time and don't rush anything. The more relaxed and at ease you will be before the session, the better. I highly recommend to wear comfortable clothes. A tattoo session can take few hours and you want to be as comfortable as possible during the process. For example, if you want to place the tattoo on your middle upper back, then maybe a blouse with open back will be a good option. In that case, the tattoo artist will have an easy access to that placement and you will feel very comfortable during the whole process. On the other hand, if for example you want to get a tattoo on your calf, then maybe a long trousers or jeans that can be easily rolled up will be a good option. As a rule of thumb, please think about what you will wear in advance. Also, don't forget to bring some snacks with you. Dark chocolate, fruits, and sandwiches usually works very well. Very important, please don't take painkillers before the session. Painkillers thin our blood and it will make the tattooing process harder and it can negatively impact the final result of your tattoo. Plus, tattooing isn't as painful as people expect, especially if you are well prepared and relaxed. At Vadelma Tattoo, we use special technique that typically results in less pain. There is still too much suffering in the world, so we try to reduce that amount as much as we can. Finally, the best thing you can do once you are set up and ready for the tattooing is not to think too much and focusing on the tattooing process. One of the great abilities of our mind is the fact that we can focus deeply only on one thing at a time. Here's where audiobooks or long engaging podcast comes in handy. When you put your headphones on, press play, and dive deep into the story, two magical things will happen. First, you won't feel any significant pain, or very little of it, and second, the time will fly by. It is a simple trick, but it has huge potential and positive effects. So what do you think? Will you try it out during your next tattoo session? Focusing on audiobook has also one additional benefit. It somehow helps us to not move too much and stay still during the tattooing process. It is very important from the tattoo artist's perspective. The more you can stay still, the better. By applying those simple strategies, you can make your next tattoo session even more enjoyable. Thank you. Have a good day and have fun.